The Galactic Council's archive hall had stood for 3,000 years, its crystalline walls humming with the stored knowledge of 1,000,000 civilizations. High Archivist Zethkalar moved through its corridors with practiced grace, his 6 limbs, carrying him past endless rows of data cores that contained the histories, cultures, and fates of every known species in the galaxy. Today, like every day for the past century, he paused before Section 7742X, the empty space where Earth's records had once resided. Another inquiry about the missing files. High Archivist, his assistant Veltara, announced through the neural link. The Andromedans are asking about the deleted civilization again. Zethkalar's mandibles clicked in irritation. Tell them what we tell everyone. Administrative error. The species was too primitive to warrant inclusion. End of discussion. But it wasn't the end, and Zethkalar knew it. The humans had been more than primitive when the Council first encountered them. They had been dangerous. 107. Years ago, a routine survey mission had discovered a blue-green planet in the outer rim. The dominant species called themselves humans, and they had just achieved faster-than-light travel. Standard protocol dictated peaceful first contact, followed by gradual integration into galactic society. The first meeting had gone well. The Bae humans seemed eager, curious, adaptable. Their representative, a female named Sarah Chen, had impressed the Council with her quick grasp of galactic politics and trade. Within a decade, human colonies were spreading across their local star cluster, their merchant vessels becoming a common sight in Council space. Then came the Hegemony War. The Kethmori. Hegemony had swept down from the galactic core like a plague of metal and death. Their philosophy was simple: conform or be consumed. World after world fell to their endless fleets. The Council's member species, evolved from prey animals and peaceful herbivores, found themselves woefully unprepared for total war. The humans had volunteered immediately. "We've seen this before," Admiral Chen had told the emergency assembly. "We know how to fight monsters." What followed was 2 years of the most brutal, efficient warfare the galaxy had ever witnessed. Human tactical doctrine was unlike anything in the archives. They fought dirty, took risks that no sane being would consider, and showed a creativity in destruction that bordered on artistic. The humans didn't just defeat the hegemony. They dismantled it so thoroughly that within 6 months, the Kethmori were begging to surrender to anyone who would accept it. That was when the Council made their decision. "They're too dangerous," Council Prime had declared in closed session. "Today they fight for us. Tomorrow, who knows? A species that can wage war like that cannot be allowed to exist unchecked." The Erasure Protocol was activated for only the 3rd time in galactic history. Human colonies were quarantined under the pretense of post-war reconstruction. Communication arrays were systematically disabled. Trade routes were rerouted. Within 5 years, humanity was effectively cut off from the rest of the galaxy. Then came the final step: orbital bombardment of Earth and all major human settlements. Quick, clean, efficient. The official records stated plague outbreak as the cause of extinction. All traces of humanity were purged from the archives. Their contributions to the war were attributed to Allied forces. Their technology was reverse engineered and credited to Council scientists. Within a generation, the humans became just another extinct species, too primitive to have mattered. Zethkalar had been a junior archivist then, but he remembered. He remembered Sarah Chen's laugh, the way Humans sang together in their ships, how they had wept openly when they received news of destroyed worlds. He remembered their poetry, their art, their endless maddening optimism. Most of all, he remembered the look in Admiral Chen's eyes when she realized what the Council had planned. "You think you've won?" she had said. "You think you've ended us? But humans are survivors, Archivist. We're like fire. You can stamp us out in one place, but somewhere else, somehow, we always find a way to return." The Admiral had been wrong, of course. The humans were gone. The galaxy was safer, more peaceful. The Keth Mori had been fully integrated into Council society as productive members. It had all worked out perfectly. That was when the alarms began to sound. Zethkalar rushed to the observation deck, his assistant close behind. Outside, the void of space was suddenly alive with light. Ships were emerging from hyperspace around the Council's capital world, hundreds of them, their hulls bearing designs that made his blood freeze in recognition. Human designs, but evolved, advanced beyond anything in the archives. The lead vessel was enormous, its hull scarred by battle, but gleaming with weapons that radiated energy signatures off the scale. As Zethkalar watched, it moved into orbit and opened a communication channel that bypassed all Council encryption. The face that appeared on screens across the planet was unmistakably human, but weathered by decades of hardship. An old woman with steel-gray hair and eyes that burned with quiet fury. "Citizens of the Galactic Council," she said, her voice carrying across 1,000 worlds. "My name is Admiral Jennifer Chen, daughter of Sarah Chen, whom you murdered. My people have spent 4 generations hidden in the dark spaces between stars, growing stronger, building better ships, and waiting for this moment." Zethkalar's 6 hearts stopped beating as one. "We are humanity," Admiral Chen continued. "You tried to erase us from your records, but fire cannot be so easily extinguished. We have returned, and this time the galaxy will remember us." Around the capital world, human ships powered their weapons, and space itself seemed to burn with the promise of reckoning.